I have a video on the channel about waking up at 3 o'clock like clockwork. Here I am, back again here in this park. The good part, it's just me, which is good. I was asked by a viewer to the channel to show what exercises to do and how to solve certain elements on certain Via Ferrata. Now, my trip is upcoming. Hopefully everything will go right. Hopefully. I keep saying hopefully for the past 6 months, almost 6 months. There was always something preventing me from doing it. So summer is gone now. Unfortunately, life more complicated than before. It is bad, but hopefully everything will be right. We'll see about it. If I get to do it, I will help you one by one to see how all these elements are solved. I myself have to go through them. And I'm looking forward because the Via Ferrata, the ones I'm doing, many will be extremely new in terms of location, difficulty, build, and challenge. So yes, we'll see about that. Now, the viewer to the channel was asking, what should I do? After years, I can tell you this, it's not about force. It is good to have a force, but it is in reality strength, and the definition of strength is quite interesting. I will try to convey that to you. It is strength, it is resilience, then you have to, how to say it? You have to be smart. It is about intelligence. You have to get to a maturity point. You have to become wise about it because fear is there, unavoidable, and that's okay. Fear of heights, fear of falling, fear of failing. It is there. It is absolutely natural. You only have to learn how to deal with it, how to live with it. Then you have to be patient. It takes a lot of patience. Rock climbing, Via Ferrata climbing, mountaineering, it is about discipline and patience. Patience requires strength. It is why I was saying you need strength. But with only strength is not enough. You have to go through each element one by one and understand it's not about getting to the top. It is about going through each element. It is like mountaineering. In mountaineering, when you go high on a mountain peak, you don't see it. And the beginners will always think, oh, I'm there. I do this next climb and that's that. Now I can see the peak. It's not true. You do the next and the next and the next, and it keeps going. Actually, this is an interesting point. When it comes to mountaineering and even Via Ferrata, we no longer speak in meters or kilometers or in length. We speak in time. You see, the paradigm changes. The way we perceive reality changes completely. It's not about how long it is. It is about how complex, how difficult to your level, to the circumstances. Getting good or enabling yourself to go through a Via Ferrata, it is about a lot of things. Experience comes with time, of course, as any other thing. To answer to the question, how do I do it? When you go on a vertical, for example. Again, I've said this a couple of times and I will say it back again. By the way, I want to show you something. I want to do it because otherwise I will forget. Maybe I will do a one-to-one at the desk. Look what I have with me. This is a pencil bag, the other color. It took me a while to buy it because the one I have still does a very good job. There is no need to replace it. A couple of good years, intensively used, a very, very, very good build. The material and the stitches, everything. I have absolutely no objection or problems with other pencil bag. I really badly wanted to buy this color as well. I was able to find it close to 50% discounts, which is good. I'm chasing always discounts because otherwise staying healthy, which I'm not. I still am overweight, but it is for other more personal reasons. Staying healthy, it is very expensive. Doing healthy sports, not McDonald's or other activities similar to McDonald's, it is expensive. So yes, I wanted to show you the pencil bag. I have it with me because the other one now has the backpack mount for the Insta360 X5 camera. Well, for a 360 camera, but at the moment I have none. I'm still waiting. So now I have a backpack mount. That one to take it out, it's complex. I needed something quick now to put the camera. Guess what camera do I have now? Is it a 360? Is it an action camera? What do you think? You tell me based on the quality. Solving, this is a good vertical here, solving the vertical. No, I don't know if you can see anything. I should move the camera. This, we don't know what camera it is, right? Can you see me? You can see me. On verticals, what makes a level E, level F, Via Ferrata? A level E, level F for sure. On verticals, you'll have a bit of wall pushing you backwards. That will make it level F. It is somehow of an overhang. A level D, level E, it is straight verticals, and usually without appoggi, they say in Italian, without foot rests. You cannot put your foot anywhere. You have to find them. I was saying before, you have to get wise. You have to gain that experience. When you go on the mountain, the holes are there, but you don't see them because you don't have experience. When you are a beginner, first of all, you don't know what to do. For example, was this show, which is a very good social psychology study, this survival TV show. Up to a point, nobody was thinking to search for idols. Then comes Russell, whatever his name was, and he finds 2 or 3 in a season. He just searches for them. Nobody thought in so many seasons before that, nobody thought to doing it. You see, we have it inside us, but it takes a paradigm shift, as it happened with the iPhone. Technology was plus minus there. Definitely we consumers were susceptible to change, to adapting to what today we know it as smartphone, but nobody was doing it. We were, as always, focusing on profits. I was releasing the other day this video about ChatGPT and the lie behind it, or the errors that sit behind artificial intelligence. And I was saying that, you see, it's not the fault of ChatGPT or artificial intelligence. It is the fault of CEOs, of managers. They make the errors because they choose to think, oh, with ChatGPT, I can replace the more expensive resources in my company and just hire cheap labor and then do it. Well, not really. So, yes, nobody was thinking about it, about searching for idols. Comes this Russell, he does it, and now everybody searches for idols. No company, no tech company was investing into a touchscreen phone. Apple comes and does it. And again, it was about profits. Nokia, it was unstoppable, right? And look what happened. As Kodak, for example, and many others. Focus was always there on the profits, on the margins, on the bonuses and so forth. When it comes to Via Ferrata, rock climbing, mountaineering, everything else in reality, you have to understand that everything is there, but you are not thinking because it is your brain. It is your experience, your know-how. You don't know that things. I was thinking coming here with this waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm trying to fix it, but it's not up to me. At the end of the day, it is really not up to me. I'm trying my best, but it's not all up to me. I was thinking I'm lucky I can do it because soon at 5 o'clock, a lot of people will have to wake up and get back into that. I have my failures and I'm sad because of that. I'm confident these people as well have their successes and then their failures. What is my success? It is their failure. What is my failure? It is their success, which, yes, life it is like this. Now, what I was trying to say, in reality, the system is not built for us to be rich, but we all can. So, going back to climbing, it is possible because it was built, right? And various people that they are doing it. And of course, you might say, yes, but they are experts. Not really. I'm not an expert. I'm just an average middle-aged man. I'm middle-aged now, or what 45 means? Well, I'm confident 45 means very difficult to find someone with good values and good perspective on life to build a family and have kids at my age. So I'm confident of that. The rest, it's up to probably interpretation. How do you solve it? Let's suppose these are footholds here, but I don't want to use them. I see that I'm sleeping now, which is a good example. As you can see, I have, when I'm with a scooter, by the way, this is not electric. This is just a scooter. I'm pushing it. Yes, at 45, I know. This is what I wear when I walk around the city or with a scooter. The X Ultra Mid from Salomon. How do we solve this vertical? This is a vertical here, no? How do we solve it? Being patient, being wise, understanding the danger, the limitations, the effort you have to put in, using a Ferrata block, for example, or at least having on us, not with us, on us, installed on the cable, just in case, and then a resting system. Other than that, we still have to solve it. And how do we solve it? Without using the footholds. Vector forces. You see, I'm building vector forces. I got to a point where the shoes, they do stick. I'm slipping. I'm rotating. They do stick to the metal, and to the rock. If it is not raining, they will definitely stick better. So I'm here. It is a bit humid outside. My showcase has to suffer, but not a problem. I will keep trying. Strength lies into your arms being capable of supporting these vector forces. At the end of the day, you should solve everything with your legs, almost everything, but the arms, the upper body needs to be able to support you. If it is too humid, get out of Via Ferrata. This is obvious conclusion. Let's see if I can, if I still can do it. Oh, in here I can do it. Okay. You see, I have all these vector forces. My arms are fully extended, and I'm able to pull myself. I will break something tonight. What if you sleep as I'm doing? What if you don't have a holes? It will be very hard to solve that element. Very hard. You can do it. It depends if it allows you. If you have a Ferrata block, definitely you can do it. You have big chances. Because if you have a prosthetic with you, you can improvise a stepper for your legs, but you have to have lanyards with you. So this is one exercise which I failed to showcase properly to you, but it is reality of life, and you have to understand that. When you get into these case scenarios, a lot of pain will follow. It never happened to me so far to fail so badly, but I'm always afraid of it. What if I get into a key scenario like this? No matter how I train, it always is hard. These elements here are very good. It's the best place where you can train for overhangs. This is the best training for overhanging situations because I'm close to the ground. If I drop, that's okay. And this is about this what I'm doing now. It's about staying comfortable and nothing more. Now let's simulate a bit of a realistic case scenario. We have to pull ourselves. This was that. This is a very good exercise for overhanging. I'm doing a couple of reps. Hard. I should lose some more weight. Last time I got very sick and I lost 8 kilograms. I was trying to lose them for years. I couldn't. Well, I got sick. Problem solved, it appears. For overhanging, this is a very good exercise. This theoretically will suffice from a perspective. Can you see me? You can see me. There are overhangs where you solve the exercise mostly on the vertical. So the overhang will go like this. It's not under the ceiling. And when you have to do that, you are, 45 degrees or more on your back. And you have to help yourself with the legs, something like that. This is how you'll do it. And in here, you'll have to jump from lower to higher. So, but you have resting for your feet, which means one of the limitations of these shoes, and I always complain, is they don't do well when it is wet around. Now that one is metal and it's normal for it to slip for the shoes. When you have to solve overhangs like this, it is more about enough arm strength to stay into the position. It might be 5-10 minutes. It is a lot, 5-10 minutes of this. It is a lot, and you have to train for it, or you have to have the training to be able to do it, right? So again, you have to get yourself to a point of staying comfortable into the position. Comes with the more experience you acquire with practice, with know-how, getting wiser, older. And by older I mean you do that repeatedly, and then you acquire more life experience and experience in general. Things when we are small, when we are kids, things are big. Everything that surrounds us feels incredibly large, very hard to comprehend by our brain. The more we grow, when we go back to that places, for example, or the experiences, we feel nothing. And it makes sense because we have a system 1 and the system 2 when it comes to thinking. System 1 is reactive. We don't think that much. We guess. It's like ChatGPT. We do a guessing and react to whatever is around us. This is pretty much how we do it every day, the whole day. Then system 2, it is about analyzing, deep thinking. We make sense of things. That one is not developed at all when we are kids. Unfortunately, with many people, remains underdeveloped the whole life. The functional illiteracy, for example, it is consequence of that, not enough proper training. Because of this system 2 not being properly developed, when we are kids, we don't have cognitive capacity to compute, to analyze, to comprehend. By not having that, it happens that everything appears big around us. Then when we go back, it is tiny, 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 tiny. Same with here. The more you do it, the more natural will come to you. Balancing on overhangs into this position is very hard. To stay, this is all I can do, to sustain yourself with one single arm and solve the exercise, it's very hard. And to advance on a ceiling, on an overhang like this, it takes a lot of training, a lot of exercise, definitely not for everyone. I many times learn how to leverage the gear. It's not about shame. It is about going through that to give opportunity to your brain to learn. I'm still learning. It is years and years. Of course, again, I'm average. Let's be clear about that. I'm not going every day on the mountain, rarely at the gym. I'm not that type of individual doing it every day and then coming to you and saying it is easy or you should do it without. I'm telling you, just go through a process in the smartest way possible. Don't expose yourself, but also don't limit yourself. I will go the day I will be able to do it only with my arms. Well, you might never go in this case, because either way, you might say you are ready by training at the gym now. You'll pay for the subscription 3 years in a row, you train hard, and one day you'll get to the point at the gym where you just go and do like this. And it is easy for you to do it because you are strong and you are fantastic. You are magnificent. Many events on the mountain, on the Via Ferrata, happened because there was no experience of going through that. There was no anticipation for what can come wrong. No matter how strong you are from one perspective, you might lack from others. You have to level the field on all aspects for you to be good enough. Best is, instead of aiming for ideal, just start living life today, and hopefully it will come one by one in time. If I would have waited to do the hardest, longest mountaineering climbing route in Romania, I would have never done it up to this point because I never felt ready. I've done it first time, and it was very bad. I was in a very bad shape, worse than now, on all levels. I completed it, but I was literally almost crying. Never happened to me. It was so hard that I was almost crying. Let's move to the next exercise. At home, I can do this because I have it. I'm doing this. I'm doing it this slow 6 times. Not 100 times, not 200 times. By the way, look, see my belly? No, wait, let's show it normally. Okay, this is the most relaxed. You see, I have belly. I have to work at dropping this in time. It comes from here first and then from the rest. It's not the food, I can tell you that. It's not because of the food. It is because of other things. You don't have to do 1,000, you don't have to do 2,000, and you are not competing with anyone. You have to be prepared for yourself. One thing that can happen, very important. Well, one thing that happens and can happen is you get tired or you get into trouble. And either way, this is how it goes when you cross overhangs. And also when you do the verticals, it's the same always. You shift your whole weight on one of the arms because you have to progress, right? When that happens, it is when you lose it, because, well, it is shifting, you've seen, no? I've tried to rest for longer here, and you see I don't have stability to control the rotation. Let's see if my right, I can do it better. No. When you shift the whole weight of your body, it is about strength, it is about being wise, it requires the strength coming through training. The key scenario is you'll find yourself struggling to maybe clip to the next. You have to do this. You have to do this. At least at this pace, no? Do it four times before switching arms, because it might be that it gets stuck. So, can you hold yourself like this? If you can hold yourself 4 times and you move forward, right? So you have to push yourself a bit. So if you can hold yourself 4 times, a couple of good times, 12 at least, then you are there, almost protected by your strength, because this is the movement that you have to go through on Via Ferrata overhangs. On verticals, on overhangs, it is cruel, it is difficult, it is dangerous, because if you lose control, you lose control. Now, on verticals, it is a bit easier, so you can be a bit crazy. By crazy, I mean manifest that struggle for survival. You are here, and the anchor point is here, and you might not get, but actually, if you can put here the resting system, which is above the anchor point, whew, that's that. You've solved the segment, and you can rest into the resting system. So now you can release your arms. So on verticals, once you solve in between anchors, actually at the anchor point transition level, you can rest, which is a big advantage. On overhangs, you can rest as well, again, at the anchor point with the resting system, but then getting back into position and continuing, best with overhangs if you just cruise through the element. How should you train? A good question one might ask him or herself. Just do it. You don't have to do 1,000, you don't have to do 2,000. Just start with 6. If you can do 6, do 6 every day. And it is already enough. Since I'm coming here, 10 times? Not even. I'm stronger. When I first arrived here to do this, I was able to do it like this. By the way, my shoulder, I forced it one evening, I forced it too much. Now my shoulders, both, but this more pops. That one is not good. I'm trying to now take some supplements. Hopefully something will happen there. Hopefully, I hope. If not, I had accidents in the past, so I'm also old, but it's the accidents of the past. When I came first time, when I started in the past doing this, I was rushing because it was all I could do. Then I moved to doing it like this. I was here, and now I was moving like this. And I was doing it. And it was progress. By the way, let me show you something. I don't know if you will be able to see it. Let me show you something. Can you see it? Yes, this white here is the, not blisters, almost. So, yeah, they are blisters. Yes, from that. Not easy. I can tell you that. It is why you should have gloves with you. Always when I'm saying about gloves, probably I'm annoying you. You should have gloves with you. So this is what happened for 2 or 3 more times. And now I'm a bit tired, but I will try to. I hope you can see me. Can you see me from there? Look, I will bring you closer to me. Oops. Closer to me. What camera do I have? Can you guess? So, now the way I'm doing it is I'm coming here and resting, good, resting, good, resting, good, resting, good, resting, good, and here we have it. 10 times. literally 10 times. I don't think I was doing it for maybe less. So lesson here is just start doing it. Progress will show up.